Welcome to the 23rd episode of Downtime Podcast, hosted by Jeremy and Alyssa. How are you tonight, Alyssa?
I'm doing okay. Work kind of sucks right now. It's really busy, but I'm happy to be here, Doc.
We're all feeling it.
Yeah.
On my end.
How are you doing?
Doing okay. I could feel some of the stress at work, and I'm here to talk about video games, just like you. What are you playing right now, aside from Yakuza Kiwami?
So this is the interesting thing. I have not played Yakuza at all this week.
I've been trying to catch up to you, because last time you told me you were on Chapter 10, and I'm on 11 now.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of Chapter 10. I'm basically on track to finish Yakuza by this upcoming weekend. The reason that I haven't played it is because I've been seriously out of the house and on the go for the past past 7 days. So I haven't been able to kind of settle down and chill with the storyline. You're on Chapter 11 now.
Yeah, I just started Chapter 11.
Okay.
Bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy?
Chapter 11, bankruptcy. Do you know what that term?
Oh, okay. I got you.
Sorry, I was making a stupid joke.
No. I got the joke, but I thought the name of the chapter was bankruptcy. That's why I was like, bankruptcy, really? So that was
yeah. No, I got you. Yeah, so
hey yo.
Oh, hello. We have a special guest with us today. Hello, Jairus.
It is I, Jairus Canby, the only.
Jairus Canby, friend of the show. Welcome.
Hey. It's Friday. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
No, don't say it. It's not
it's
Friday.
Tuesday.
Club going up on a Tuesday. I wish.
I know, right? Dude, I'm ready to go drink.
The club never goes up on a Tuesday, by the way. It's all a lie.
Yeah,
I don't know
true.
where. Who said that again?
I love Makonnen, the artist.
Okay, I was like, it's not The Weeknd, but it's another artist like The Weeknd who said that.
Crappy one. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, damn. Apparently he's like friends with Drake or something, and he's like signed under Drake's label.
Oh god,
Lord.
that doesn't.
Yeah, and then I think he came out as gay, which is random too.
Oh wow, it's like publicity.
I don't know, dude.
It's a publicity stunt. It's a publicity stunt.
I think he announced it on Twitter. He's like, "Yeah, I like dudes." I'm like, "All right, that's cool, dude. Like,
Right.
You do you. All right. I don't know why this is relevant."
Power to you, dude.
Yeah. Hey,
More
man.
power to you.
Yeah. Welcome to Castro.
Was going up on a Tuesday a one-hit wonder, by the way?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
so.
That's what I figured. I haven't heard a single song from him ever since.
I think he had like a small hit recently, but I don't remember, and that's how much of a hit it was.
Not everyone can survive in this industry with the Weeknd voice.
It's true.
Like, you only need one auto-tuned, high-pitched voice at a time, and which
not
is The Weeknd
everyone
currently. And
Oh, it's
before it was
true.
T-Pain, so...
Oh yeah, no, he set the standard, and also not everyone loves Makonnen. Just saying. So.
Yes, I don't love him.
Yeah, I seriously dislike the industry. Well, I mean, in terms of the pop music, I cannot deal with that. It's not the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not.
No,
Totally
I got you.
not.
But I mean,
Gotcha.
that doesn't mean I can't not listen to it and have fun with it, because it's really fun listening to. Well, I mean, when you're with your friends and all that, and you're in a car and you just like bumping up the music loud and you put your head out and start screaming the lyrics, that's pretty fun to me.
Yeah, when you're hanging out, like, that's the appropriate type of music, but when you're just kind of settled and you're in your room and you're by yourself and you want music to listen to lyrics and reflect on it, that is not I Love Makonnen. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't.
No, yeah, it's true.
If someone has a kickback and I'm like trying to relax, and then someone busts up some of that music, I'll just be like, "Can you not?"
It's like you just leave the party.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, it's time for me to go. Why are you leaving?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think your music choice sucks.
Maybe I don't love Makonnen. How about that?
Have you actually left a party before because you didn't like the music?
No. Well, I mean, well, the most times I went to a party were in college, and towards the end of my college career, I hosted a lot of parties, and I played the music I wanted to hear, and so I was kind of like, like, I don't really want to listen to your music, you're gonna listen to my music, so no one left my party because of the music, I never left anyone else's party. What about you, Jairus, and Elisa?
When I was in college, I had a variety of music because I think we talked about it briefly on the previous podcast. I like listening to music from different countries. So it was always super varied. Like I had a random playlist, and it was pretty like once you play beer pong, nothing really matters. So
it's true. When you're like several drinks in, you're like it doesn't matter anymore.
I've definitely had my moments though where my favorite K-pop band came on, and I was like, y'all better not turn this off. I need to listen to this. So, but yeah, I think I'm biased, but we had a lot of really good hits when we were in college. Like a G6 came out.
Yeah.
Party Rock Anthem.
Party Rock Anthem is great.
Yeah, and like these all ended up being overplayed, but it's those songs that you reflect on years later, and you're like, damn, that was a good party song.
Yeah, they're all really good karaoke songs too.
Exactly. No, I was about to say, I like party songs that you can sing along to and not future. So.
Yep.
Which is what party songs have turned into these days.
I don't know,
like rap.
Oh God, I cannot stand mumble rap. I actually just came out of the studio earlier with a friend because he invited me, and we were discussing mumble rap, and I was just I felt very strongly. I can tell you that much. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Are you talking about
like Future and Migos? Future and Migos, like they're mumble rap, right?
Yes, except Migos, Migos is interesting because you can understand them sometimes. But
it's actually Quavo.
Yeah, but Future for sure is a mumble rapper, like 100% mumble rapper.
He like defines mumble rap.
Yeah, like I thought 2 Chainz bothered me, but then Future existed, like, you know, he came into the scene, and I realized, oh fuck, I hate mumble rap. What is it? Young Thug. That's another example of mumble rap.
I haven't heard Young Thug, but I don't want to now.
See, the thing is, you're naming all these, and I don't know any single one of them.
I'm gonna spare all of you by not even showing the songs, so you're good.
I'm glad you're not killing my ears. I need my ears for my music.
I need my ears.
I don't want to be subjected to bad music.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just really feel strongly about pop music and how much I hate it.
No worries.
A lot.
It's all good. I feel strongly about mumble rap, so
yeah. I hate that people even made it a thing to begin with. Like, what do the people in the studios think? Like, it's like, hey, what do you think about this? I just came up with it today. Wow, this sounds like ass. Oh, you know, it sounds great. It's like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing there? You're like, you're subjecting us to it, and everybody thinks it's like a good thing. And then oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
All right, if you're listening to this podcast, make sure you send Jairus all your favorite mumble rap songs.
I hate you.
Young Thug.
We're not dropping any of my contact information. No one's gonna be sending me nothing. Watch me get like all these like messages on my YouTube because it's been linked.
Yeah, we plugged your channel before, dude, and you're gonna plug your channel after this too. So don't even say that.
Oh lordy. All right, so just to let you guys know, I absolutely hate mumble rap.
There we go. Jairus hates mumble rap. Do not send him any mumble rap, please.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Really, like I'm just like Googling this. 2010 to 2015 had a lot of really good party songs, and then it all just went downhill from here.
It like plummeted. It's not even downhill. It's like straight. It was a cliff.
No, I agree. It all just, freaking A. Anyways, that's my contribution to music on this week's podcast. So.
Pop music, top 40s, mumble rap, and Hans Zimmer.
Oh my goodness.
I have something to say about music later, but it's related to a movie. But for now, Jairus, what are you playing? What video games are you playing right now?
Believe it or not, I'm not actually playing any games.
You know what? It's okay, because Lisa said she's struggling too.
No. So I actually didn't finish my statement because Jairus came on the call, but I was about to say No. It's totally fine. But I just realized I'm not playing any console games right now. Currently, this past week I've been playing games on my Vita, and I've been playing games on Steam. So like wherever I bring my laptop around. So that's what I'm playing right now. So on Vita, I'm playing a game called Tales of Heart R. And it's just another Tales game. It's cute so far. I don't really have much to say because I've only I think I contributed like 3 hours into it. So I'm playing that, and I don't know if you two have ever played Muramasa, but I'm debating whether I should get that or not.
Muramasa. What game is that? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up.
Is this on the Wii? I feel like this is a Wii game.
It's probably on the Wii. Yeah, it wouldn't
Demon
surprise me.
DJ Muramasa is a different person.
Pop music.
Yeah, this is on the Vita, but also it was on the Wii. It originally launched on the Wii, I believe.
Yes, so on the Wii,
yes,
it was just Muramasa, and then on the Vita, it was a remaster for the Vita, so called Muramasa Rebirth. It's the same exact game, I think, except, different nuances.
This has good scores.
Yeah.
Is this a fighting game?
I
No,
think
it's a JRPG, I think.
Okay.
Beat 'em up kind of JRPG.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like Smash Brothers meets JRPG.
This reminds me of this reminds me of the Vanillaware games, like Odin Sphere. Odin Sphere is a good one.
Cool.
None of you guys know what that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm debating
No,
whether
it's okay.
I should...
No, I'm just looking at this.
Yeah, so I'm debating whether I should play that game eventually or not. It looks cool, and I'll probably play it after Tales of Heart on
Tales
Vita.
of Heart.
So.
I love Tales of games. Well, I mean the old ones that I played. Tales of
I like
Heart.
Tales games too.
It's like another Final Fantasy franchise.
Yeah,
But it's
except
more
they straight up
anime-y.
come out with a game every year.
Yeah, I feel like the production or like the quality of those games are going downhill. I heard Xillia is pretty bad, and then Berseria is pretty. I don't know. It's becoming, what is it? It's all across the board now with the quality. Yeah, Berseria is a good one apparently. And
It's like Ubisoft. Ubisoft's been releasing games like every year. So they're like Square's like basically Ubisoft and Square are like 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saying.
And then what was there's one that I heard was good, but I did not play. Is it Symphonia, I think?
Oh, Tales of Symphonia is great.
Yeah.
Is that on 3DS or no? I don't know.
Tales of Symphonia is a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, it might be on 3DS.
Oh wait, no, the one. Yeah, Tales of the Abyss was on the 3DS.
Yeah, I'm looking this up right now.
I know there's a Tales game on the 3DS. I was like, I don't know which one it is.
That one I heard is good, but then the main character is like really hard to get, like, is hard to like because he's pussy.
Yeah.
Like,
gotcha.
So that's the first game I'm playing, and then the second game I'm playing is on Steam. It's a survival horror game called Detention.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
And
it was Stay Alive or whatever.
I usually don't feel this passionate about a game, but this game is freaking awesome.
What is this called again?
It's called Detention.
I'm looking it up.
Detention game, I think, will get you to the
Detention
right direction.
game.
Yeah, so it's a survival horror. Everyone, it's October. You gotta play in your horror scary games right now. This is This is like a 2, and also this is only like 2 hours or 3 hours to play. So I already finished it, and I'm gonna replay it at some point next week just for fun. It is really awesome, and there's a few reasons why I like this game and why I'm like super passionate about this. For one, it's legitimately like a creepy horror game, so it's not, so you won't have to like think about, oh, is this like, do they say it's scary but it's not? No, it's pretty, like, it is pretty creepy. So, and they have some pretty creepy cutscenes.
Yeah, I'm watching the trailer right now. It's already kind of unsettling.
Do they?
Yeah.
Is it full of jump scares or is it more like creepy?
It's atmospheric, I believe.
Atmospheric for sure.
So there's no jump scares.
Of course there are jump scares like with with some of the stuff, but it's
not
definitely
like they rely on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an actually good horror game.
Yeah. In the
nice.
The art style itself is also very creepy. So it's like a black and white art style. It's almost like it almost feels hand drawn, and there are certain areas where it's accented with color in the game. I don't want to say too much, but it'll make sense when you play it. It also like it feels like kind of like moving paper, if that makes sense. Like like that type of texture. And
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think that they chose a really good art style for this type of game for sure. And then what makes this game what I think is creepy about this game, which is I think one of the reasons why I really like it, is because it's based off of folklore. So it's actually based off of Taiwanese mythology and that type of thing. It's based off of Taoism. And it's like when you relate something to history or you relate something to religion, like that type of thing, it makes everything feel a lot more real. And that's why I really like this game. And another cool tidbit about this game is it's based during, I think, the Cold War, during martial law of Taiwan. So there's
this
like
is 1960s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is like, so not only is it a horror game, but it's like even though it's a quick story, it's like the environment and the setting was very well thought out.
Yeah.
This game came out in the beginning of this year. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Damn, all the good stuff always comes out when we don't realize it, and then we find out later, and then we're like, why didn't we find out about it earlier? It's like, oh yeah, because
it's generating steam though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
So
you recommend this?
I totally recommend it. I thought it was a very good game.
And you said it's all 2 hours?
Also, it's Halloween. Got to play at least one scary game. Fit it in for the month.
All right, I'll play Costume Quest.
All right.
I actually did it. I played that last year for Halloween, and that's a really fun game made by Double Fine Games, the guys who made what is that game called? Psychonauts. They made Psychonauts, and they're also based in San Francisco, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow, we should totally hit them up.
That would be cool.
I mean, why not?
Who's the lead of Double Fine? Oh God, what's his name? Oh no, what's his name? The dude. Do you guys know the guy? The guy, Double Fine guy? The guy. You know what I'm talking about? The guy. The Double Fine guy. Tim Schafer. That guy. Super famous guy.
Tim Schafer.
Yeah. Anyway, he made Psychonauts. He's like the head of Double Fine, and he made Psychonauts and Brutal Legend. Yeah, he worked on Grim Fandango.
I didn't know that they made Brutal Legend.
They did.
Wow.
Interestingly enough,
the one with Jack Black.
Yeah. They went from Psychonauts to Brutal Legend, which is like, damn, what a jump from like really like linear gameplay to open world gameplay.
Dude, I have that game, but I never played it. I bought it a long time ago from like a Humble Bundle. Oh, Humble Bundles.
Oh, also based in San Francisco. That company.
I think I've only played 30 minutes of Brutal Legend.
I haven't played it either. But it's like, I guess if you're a music lover, I think you'd like it since it's like super rock music-ish.
Oh, but that's if I like rock. I don't like rock.
Oh, damn!
Oh my God, what a hater!
No mumble rap and no rock. Damn!
I know.
You just lost like. You lost half of our audience now. Damn. Good job. Good job.
No, don't say that.
I'm just kidding.
Don't say that.
I'm just kidding. No, but yeah. Cool.
Dude, I'm looking at a Humble Bundle right now. They have some cool stuff for RPG Maker. Pay what you want. Ooh.
Yeah, I believe that company's based in San Francisco as well.
The RPG Maker people?
No. I don't know about them. But Humble Bundle. The company Humble Bundle.
I have no clue what RPG Maker does. It seems really cool though. Sorry, I'm just like muttering under myself.
Gotcha.
Okay. But yeah, what were you saying about something being located in San Francisco? What?
The company
Double
Humble
Fine.
Bundle?
Oh,
Double
sorry.
Fine and Humble Bundle. No, yeah, you're right. Double Fine and Humble Bundle are both based in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty interesting because I didn't know there are a lot of video game outlets based in San Francisco.
Yeah,
and, like I know there were. Yeah. I mean, I knew there were a lot of video game companies like EA and EA that are based in the Bay Area. EA and what's the other one? The one that Telltale.
God, there's Ubisoft.
Telltale.
There's
Yeah,
Telltale.
that's right. Microsoft, Telltale.
We also have a what is that company? Sega downtown, and there's also Zynga, I believe, but I don't know what Zynga does anymore.
They make Farmville. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all you
they
need to
make
know.
all the
Is
Facebook
Farmville
mobile games.
Is Farmville still a thing? I feel
It
like
probably is, to be honest.
It is.
Okay, I'm looking
it
at
is
games
still
on Facebook because I'm curious.
No, why would you do that? Don't do that to yourself.
Couldn't load game room feed. Please refresh your browser. I'm refreshing. I'm curious, man. I want to see if Zynga's
The only
doing
thing
anything.
with Zynga is they're not the only mobile gaming company competing on Facebook or in like San Francisco, because there's also Jam. I forgot the fucking Jam company. God damn it. They make the Futurama game.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I already.
Oh, dude, Zynga did Worlds with Friends. I remember playing that game back then.
I think that people still play that game.
I wouldn't be surprised. That game is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
They I remember a long time ago, my dad was like super into this one Facebook game. It was like Mafia or something, and he got like all my uncles and aunts into playing this game on Facebook. I forget, but like they were super into it. They were like a mafia, and I'm like, Dad, what are you doing on Facebook? He's like, oh, your uncles and aunts and I, we're all in a gang together. I'm like,
Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
what the hell? He's like, yeah, we're all teaming up against this other gang. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay out of this.
Oh, I know, right?
Yep. So yeah, cool stuff. Cool
Yeah.
stuff. Well, I mean, I'm glad to see Facebook games are still around.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like the mobile market is still a thing. I feel like it might crash soon.
This is the thing. This is the thing, though, and I don't know what to say, but Facebook is getting less and less popular, and people are moving to things of just like really simple outlets where you only show one thing, like pictures or tweets. So although I would argue that even Twitter is kind of dying down a bit, but like
Really?
Snapchat's really popular.
I feel like Twitter is still a thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of celebrities use it, so I
Yeah.
mean, if there's hype per se, air quotations, then people are definitely gonna flock towards that, and I feel like it's still generating a lot of usefulness.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even people who make use of Twitter to get news and all that. So
Yeah.
I don't feel that Twitter is gonna be dying anytime soon.
Oh yeah.
Although in terms of social media outlets, I don't know. I feel Facebook's still going strong. Google, I remember that Google Plus thing where they thought that where they thought they were gonna overtake Facebook. That was a bold proclamation, and that didn't happen.
No.
That was funny.
Can I just say that the only people that use Google Plus are the actual employees of Google, which is really sad because all Google employees have like their profile all decked out and it looks really nice and stuff. And then when you click on it, it's like, oh, they really spend a lot of time like curating it or editing it to make it look nice. And then you see normal people. Yeah, exactly. And then when you look at normal people like us, we don't give a shit about Google Plus. We just it's just like whatever to us.
We only use it because we have the Gmail and Drive.
Totally.
This is the interesting thing, though, because I didn't follow Google Plus that much, but you would assume that Google Plus could have been popular with the amount of people that have Gmail accounts and the amount of people that use Google Drive. So it only made sense, in theory, it made sense that Google Plus could have been popular, but maybe it just wasn't promoted. Like, I didn't follow it, so I don't know.
Oh, no.
I think it was more so that Facebook was just the platform at the time, and everybody just accepted that as the norm, and nobody wanted to change from that. So that's what my take is.
That's one factor. The other factor was it's just not pretty to look at, and it's hard to use, and you just don't know where everything is because you have chats, which is basically how you direct message other people, but you also have your group, which is basically your quote unquote friends. But then you have other groups too, and so it's really I got really confusing. What the fuck is this? What are you trying to say, Google? You're making it harder for everyone. When in Facebook you just have your friends, and then you have messages, and that's it. It's it's so easy. It's so direct. People are honestly, to put it simply, not everyone is as smart as everyone else, so you have to cater to all your audiences.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Just
Google
be direct.
Plus right now,
That's
and
true.
it's already not as pretty as Facebook.
Yeah. So it's not appealing. Even years later when they announced what was it, 2011, when they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna beat Facebook. It's 6 years later, they're still lagging behind.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Unfortunately, we're all forced to make a Google Plus account when you make a Google account, so you're kind of stuck with it. But you don't have to use it, to be honest.
No one uses it, I feel.
No one uses it. No one cares.
If
add me on. Imagine someone going up to you and being like, "Yeah, add me on Google Plus." What? Excuse me.
I have to step back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's yeah. It's hey, remember me? It's you're trying to
I
not
don't
talk.
want to remember you.
Yeah. It's you're trying to flick it away to the corner. Ew. I have to talk to you.
It's like that. It's like that one friend that you accidentally locked eyes with, and the person comes over and starts talking. And you're shit.
You mean an old classmate from the second grade that remembers you, but you don't remember them?
Yeah, or just someone you thought was annoying, but thought that they were cool with you, and then they just come up anyways, and they're just hey, and you're just
So who are you trying to talk about, Jairus? Who are you trying to name drop right now, huh? Who are you talking about?
I don't have that issue. have that second grade issue that you have because my class was really small for second grade.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't second grade for me. It's like people in university that I know me that I don't really talk to, but talk to me.
That one seems more accurate.
Just saying.
I feel like Jairus is like alluding to someone.
Yeah, I feel like there's pent up anger right now.
I'm sorry. It's just a thing. It's just like sometimes it just comes in and I just have to let it all out so that way I don't have to deal with it. Just venting.
There we go. If you're that friend and you're listening to this podcast and you hear Jairus talk about you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Okay, he doesn't hate you that much.
Oh my god.
I don't even think they're gonna listen to it, and it's not for the reasons that you think. I'll say it later. But anyhow,
yeah, sure.
I'll explain in full detail later. Yeah, dude, it was cool. Actually, after class today, there's this club that I'm a part of. It's called CSB. It's from Becca, and then we're trying to host a symposium thing to bring in some.
Did you say Deca?
Yeah, Becca.
By the way, you should explain what that is because
Broadcasting, Electronics, and Communication Arts.
It's a major at San Francisco State University.
Becca, not Deca.
No, not Deca.
Yeah.
What the hell's a Deca?
Deca is a debate club in high school.
Oh no!
That's
No. I would not be in a debating club, dude. My first girlfriend that I had was in a debate club. Every argument we went in, I lost. It was horrible. I could not.
Damn,
it was not a fun time. It was.
I'm sorry. I gotta. Okay, I just googled it. Never mind. Deca is a club for people who want to go into business and marketing in high school. The interesting thing is the debate club in high school is called forensics.
Forensics?
What?
Wait, isn't forensics and like
a science
crime
thing?
stuff? I thought it was.
Yeah. I would think it was crime too.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too positive. But what was I saying? Yeah, I went to this meeting and there they were talking about the symposium, how they wanted to produce it or like how they wanted to have it or the layout of it. And then somebody suggested a late night talk show kind of thing. And like they even had like a bit of a script. And then like I was looking at the script and I'm like, I want to be the host so bad. I want to start talking and stuff. Dude, I love talking. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know. What made me link to that? I don't even remember. I think my voice did. Sorry. Anyways.
You tell us.
I totally forgot. I don't remember what made me think about it. But yeah, it was just really cool. It's really cool. I'm really enjoying the Becca major. Like, holy crap! I can't believe I didn't know about this like years ago.
Same. I mean, this is perfect for you, to be honest.
It's wasted time on my end. I'm 23.
Don't say that. Honestly, like music and media is something that I think you're just perfect for.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Hence why you have like a YouTube channel and you promote all this stuff, right?
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I was going crazy like a few nights ago when I was able to use Photoshop. But yeah, I made my new cover art channel and I swear it looks nice. It makes me happy.
Related to all this, I actually sold Jairus one of my old cameras recently.
Yes. The camera that you bought? Did you really sell it to him?
No. I actually, so long story short, back in March, I saw a guy on Craigslist selling like a Canon T2i, which was made in 2011 for
you
like
sold that one?
Yeah, I sold that one. That was made in 2011. I told you about this, Alyssa, before, I think. I don't know if I told it on the podcast, but yeah, so I sold that one to Jairus because
I didn't
he
know
wanted
you sold
a camera.
It to Jairus.
I did. I sold it to Jairus. So I sold it for $200 to Jairus, and yeah. So I included a lens with it, so that he actually has something to shoot with instead of just having a camera body. And so yeah, I hope your videos come out cleaner now, Jairus.
Oh, they will. Trust me. I got really excited. I got really excited while filming, or like not filming, recording. Well, I mean, could be no. Anyways, yeah, I was recording a bit, and I was trying to get like good angles and all that stuff for like my setup. It's freaking hard though. But
is it because the lens is like really narrow?
It's like zoomed in and all that stuff, but it doesn't matter because like I found something that's good. It's just it gets me really scared because it's like jerry rigged.
Oh geez, dude, get a better tripod.
I was thinking about investing in one, but oh man, I'm just like overall I'm just really excited to make use of it. Like, oh, it looks so clean and clear. I love it. It's great.
Yep. I'm glad.
Yeah. So the next.
Please make good use of it.
Oh, damn! Sure, I will, man. I'll freaking link it to you once it's done.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh god, sorry. I'm just like scrolling through Facebook. I'm sorry, like, cause I was just curious about some. Oh yeah, have you guys heard about Cuphead?
Oh
About what?
yes, yes.
About
Cuphead.
Cuphead, the game Cuphead.
No.
You've not. I will tell you right now, that game has an amazing like soundtrack. It's just really it's more. I feel like it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for. It fits the theme of what it's going for, like, you know, the old school cartoons and all that stuff. And you know, those old school cartoons are like, what is it, like around the 30s? Maybe were they out that?
Yeah, it was the 30s.
30s and 40s.
So
that's like the golden age of like, what is it, like
animation?
There's that, but
cartoons.
Also, it was like a lot of. You had like jazz, you had swing, you had all those kind of old school music, and it like fits perfectly with that era of like the game that it's trying to portray. Oh my god, it's great! Like, one of my friends sent me one of the songs, and then I was like, "What is this?" And I started delving in. I was like, "This is great!" One of the songs is freaking. It's a samba, or it's like a, it's like Latin influenced, and it's great. It's so fun. Like, I don't know if the game is fun itself. Like, as in, the only reason I'm saying that is because it's hard as hell. Like, I've seen so many people get really frustrated at it.
Before you go on, real quick. So anyone that doesn't know what Cuphead is, and Alyssa, I recommend you look up Cuphead right now, so you can see like the animation style and maybe just watch a quick trailer. But Cuphead is a co-op side-scrolling shooter game, kind of in the style of Metal Slug, and it has a lot of platforming elements, and it's really, really hard, as Jarvis was just saying. So it's better if you play it with a one person. Which I love co-op games, as I said in my previous podcast with my brother, and I really think that Cuphead is a really good direction for co-op games for 2017. One, because it's taking old school like to a really old school level, meaning that like you said, it takes a lot of inspiration from the 1930s and 40s cartoons, along with like having 2017 mechanics. So a lot of people would say like Dark Souls meets Mario-ish,
Yeah, it's
meets
like a
Metal Slug.
platform,
Yeah. So it's really, really hard from what I've seen so far, like you said, but also it looks a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would totally be down to play it. I went to the Foundry recently, actually, and they had it there. And I saw these people like playing, and then they were dying, and I was having a fun time watching them. But it does seem really fun. I would totally play it if I could get like the time to. I don't like. What is it? What is it on? Is it Xbone or is it?
It's on Xbone, and it's also on Steam.
Is it? Can I quote you on that?
No, don't quote me on that. Let me look it up right now. I think it's on Steam. Yes.
Okay.
It's got 5 out of 5 stars.
Damn.
Oh,
dude.
damn.
Dude, you know what I'm looking at right now, because I just went to YouTube, and right away one of the trending for me is Super Mario Odyssey's musical thingy. That's coming out this month, by the way. Super Mario Odyssey. And I'm actually excited for that, because it's.
Are you gonna buy it?
More
you're
than
excited
likely.
for Mario Odyssey?
Hell yeah! I was excited from the release trailer because the music was so good. I was like, "What is this?" I love Nintendo. Mario music is great. Hold up, I'm gonna drop this.
Yeah, Mario music is timeless. Alyssa, did you grow up playing Nintendo consoles? I don't think we had this conversation before, or did we?
I've played Nintendo consoles, and I grew up with Game Boy, but I never actually owned a Nintendo console. But I have played 64 a lot.
Okay, so you played Super Mario 64?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not my choice. It's not my choice game though.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, for Jairus and I think that since we grew up playing Nintendo consoles, it's more like ingrained in our memories. But I feel like for you, Alyssa, like, not everyone played Nintendo consoles, and you're a really good example of that. And not even owning them, because you played a lot of PlayStation games growing up, and so that's like a whole different perspective.
Mario would not be my choice side scroller.
Mm-hmm.
Even like with a nostalgia factor, it doesn't really affect me that much.
Yeah. No, I got you. I mean, I really want to try Cuphead soon. Like, I've seen a lot of my favorite YouTubers covering it and just like playing the game, and I really hope that I could buy it soon. It's only $20, which is crazy.
It looks like a Disney
Yeah,
cartoon.
it really does look like a Disney cartoon, like old school, Steamboat Willie kind of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's really classic. You know, like I think Cuphead is gonna be one of those games that, because like you said, musically, but also aesthetically and gameplay wise, it's gonna be really timeless because it's something you can play in any generation.
Yeah, I also heard the developers, there's like only 2 of them or something like that, and then they were working on it for like 5 or so years.
Yeah, there's only 2 guys who worked on it, which
That's
is astounding
what indie
to me.
games are all about.
Yeah, and look at the reception it's getting already. It's like phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had exclusivity
Kind of reminds
with
me of
with
Mr.
Microsoft.
Toad.
Mr. Toad.
Mr. Toad, if you know that movie, like that old cartoon movie.
I will now.
Oh, like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, the Disney movie?
Yeah.
Mr. Toad.
Oh.
Kind of this screenshots kind of remind me of that.
What the hell is this? I've never seen this before.
Oh, it's just like an old school Disney movie cartoon.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a ride in Disneyland called Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And like I think there's a joke that's people put on the internet say like I want off Mr. Toad's Wild Ride whenever like something crazy happens. They're like, "Oh, I want off the ride."
Yeah.
Cuz the ride itself is actually pretty crazy cuz you go from like calm to like almost being run over by a train to like it's okay after that. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, this is a roller coaster of emotion.
A roller coaster.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? Hell yeah, it is.
I wait. This is at Disneyland. You said.
Yeah, it's a ride in Disneyland, which
I
is
have-
in turn based on the movie.
I've only been to Disneyland like maybe, I think once or twice. Yeah, twice. Once when I was younger, and the second time when I was in band.
Oh wow,
I'm a sad boy. I've not been there that many times.
you're not a sad boy.
It's the happiest
I'll
place
tell
on
you one
earth.
thing. It's been a while since I've been to Disneyland as well. It's completely changed. It's probably not even the Disneyland you saw in Band anymore. Like they've changed up a lot of the areas.
Yeah, aren't they adding a Star Wars
They
area?
renamed different things.
They are adding a Star Wars
Dude,
area.
that's
I think-
That's true.
Didn't they already rename the Star Wars area? It used to be Tomorrowland, and
Yeah,
Tomorrowland
it's like-
was more. Tomorrowland used to be a general umbrella term for just anything space future related, and then they just completely renamed it to a Star Wars section.
No. They're building a new Star Wars section. Like it's still called Tomorrowland. They can't change the name, I think, because like it's timeless to them. So they're building a new Star Wars land. I don't remember the name of the Star Wars land.
If they're
But-
if they're building a new Star Wars land, because they renamed all the rides in Tomorrowland to do with Star Wars, does that mean they're renaming all of them back to its regular names and just putting Star Wars related things strictly in the Star Wars related neighborhood?
I think there was this like a time in the summer, this past summer, called Season of the Force.
Yeah.
And they had everything Star Wars themed. I don't know if that's a permanent thing because I don't really keep up with Disneyland news, but I feel like they're adding more rides to the new Star Wars land, but they're also keeping the old rides Star Wars themed because I think it's bringing in a lot of like a lot more people coming into the park because
Yeah.
there's a Star Wars movie every year. So how would they not want to keep it, you know?
Yeah. Because
Dude, Star
they
Wars.
renamed Space Mountain Hyperspace Mountain,
Which I
and
think is cool.
it's Star Wars themed.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, I'm glad that they revived Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Well,
Oh yeah, no,
I mean,
me too.
I loved it when I was younger.
Same.
I guess the nostalgia thing is being played real hard. I mean, why else is it so successful? Well,
Oh no, like for children and adults, like especially the adults who grew up watching the movies because they didn't, they didn't have probably didn't have any kids back then. That's like huge for them.
yeah, and then
Yeah, nostalgia is the trend of this generation.
Honestly, look at Cuphead. To be honest, like as great as of a game it is, it's still a nostalgia trip for a lot of animators
Mhm.
because they grew up watching those animations, and then it was like their love letter to animation. So nostalgia's real hard.
Yeah, it's going super hard. They also in Disneyland. I don't know if it's Disneyland or California Adventure, but they're trying to make a Marvel section too.
Ooh, I would go to that so hard.
It's Disneyland, and I think it's coinciding with the Star Wars land.
Oh, it's next to it, or it's actually.
I think it's.
fine.
I think it's right next to. I think it's right next to it because they're building this new area on like a whole new plot of land that's right next to Disneyland.
And honestly, I don't know how the hell they found room for that because there's barely any room as it is to find parking at Disneyland. So at this point, you just have to take a shuttle from your hotel just to get there.
Yeah,
it's called Galaxy's Edge. By the way,
Galaxy's
which I think Galaxy's Edge is what the Star Wars land is called, and it actually looks pretty awesome.
Galaxy's Edge sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be like a play on the Star Wars words, like it's a whole galaxy of whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Just Galaxy's Edge. I mean, it looks cool. To be honest, like I love, like you said it before, like I love Star Wars too, and I think that it's gonna be a really cool addition to the park. Oh, wait a second. It says that they're replacing Big Thunder Ranch in Disneyland with the Star Wars land. Oh, they are replacing it. They're replacing something. Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense that they have to replace something for Star Wars. But legit in Disneyland, Big Mountain Ranch is the only place that has and I'm not including California Adventures, by the way. Big Mountain Ranch is the only place that has like one of the 3 legit roller coaster rides that you can go on, because there's that Hyperspace Mountain and then the Matterhorn. So
thinking about Big Thunder Mountain or whatever it's called.
Whatever.
The train one.
Yeah, the train one.
That's actually my favorite roller coaster at Disneyland.
Yeah, so I wonder if they're just gonna rename that Star Wars related, or they're just going in a completely new direction.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
You guys are making me want to go to freaking Disneyland now.
Disneyland.
I feel like it's always fun. They keep updating it to current movies. Like, what movie came out recently that would most likely be featured there?
Spider-Man.
Moana. There's probably a bunch of Moana related things, and Spider-Man. Like, it's very it's catered to what movies had come out in the last 2 years for sure. So, and they also keep a lot of the old school stuff because, if they completely replace Disneyland with new shit, like everyone's gonna go crazy. So they have to keep some things. Like I don't envision the Pirates of the Caribbean ride ever going away, for example.
Oh no, yeah. I mean,
it's like
that's
a
too
classic.
ingrained with them.
Yeah,
and plus with the movies coming out, I feel like
there's more.
Yeah, they added Jack Sparrow.
You stop.
And there's probably gonna be. Have you seen the most recent one, Alyssa and Jairus?
No,
I've stopped watching since the second or
third. Okay, well, let me just say that they pulled a Marvel in this one, and there was a post-credit scene at the end of this last movie, and there's gonna be a sequel with Stan Lee. Yeah, totally. Stan Lee was there. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just cannot watch those anymore. Like,
you know what I wouldn't mind?
Milk the crap out of it. Yeah, what's up?
I wouldn't mind Pirates of the Caribbean if they completely changed out the characters and added made a completely new cast. I'm just tired of seeing Jack Sparrow. I think his character's played out. And, I mean, is Johnny Depp even going to act for much longer?
He's going to be in the new Harry Potter-esque films.
There's more Harry Potter films?
Oh, yeah. What?
Wait, what? Second. I'm sorry, what?
I know.
Yeah, you know how there's like, what's it called? Fantastic Beasts.
Oh.
Those are Harry Potter related.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You mean spin-offs?
I thought you meant like legit.
Oh, no, not a sequel. It's all like prequels.
Yeah. That and Tim Burton movies is what he usually does. So.
Very true. Very, very true.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. So, gonna welcome brother of the podcast. Hello, Jordan.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I had some stuff to take care of.
Yeah, he was
Hey.
out.
Gucci.
He was out taking care of an assassin assignment.
Yeah, no, I can't give any details.
Oh my God, are you playing Assassins right now?
No, he's not. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh fuck. Okay, sorry guys.
That game
That
is
would be a
fun,
weird
though.
reason for me to be out there late at night.
That'd be a fun game. Though.
That's
a fun
great
game.
That's so
Are
fun.
you kidding me? That's the reason. That's the only reason to stay out at night.
No,
Because you're trying to stalk someone out of the library and
No.
assassinate them.
No, Jordan loves the Hitman games, so I was just like attributing that to that.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant like the actual real life game that you play at school where
You actually murder someone.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just talking about Jordan. We were just talking about Disneyland and new parks and the new Harry Potter movies. Technically, they're Harry Potter related.
You know what I actually want to do? I want to go to Disney World. That's where I want to visit.
Disney World is the bomb.
I have no idea what to expect with Disney World. That's why I want to go there. Like with Disneyland, I can almost predict what's gonna happen. But when you got 4 theme parks, it's like shit. There's so many possibilities.
You need at least like 10 days for Disney World, I would say, because like equal enough time for each park.
Yeah.
With Disneyland, it's like 2 days are enough, to be honest.
Oh, yeah,
or maybe 3.
You can if you tried really hard, you can even do Disneyland in 1 day. With the park hopper.
Yeah, and with the fast passes, you gotta use that.
There's guides on how to take on Disneyland California Adventure.
Yeah,
true.
So
very true.
I really want to visit Epcot though.
Epcot's cool.
What's Epcot?
From what I remember.
Aren't they making like a Nintendo theme park thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
I heard about that and I was like, they better have a Mario Kart go-kart ride.
Oh my god!
Like they have to. Oh my god! They have to. Why would they not?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that's true. Because Epcot is like a level in Mario Kart.
Yeah, and they're gonna have like one of those like you know those like those rides where you're like on a track, like the Buzz Lightyear ride at like
where they have the gun.
They can have that, but like Pokemon Snap, like you're on the little cart.
Oh my god!
Somebody get this guy a job. This guy's already like planning the new rides.
They gotta come on, man! Like there's so many ideas for rides. They gotta be doing this. If they don't do these ideas, I'm gonna be so sad.
They're failing.
I'll be so sad.
Dude, those are grand ideas already.
This is interesting. It's Nintendo World is going to be a part of Universal Studios.
Yeah,
California or Florida?
Japan.
Oh my god!
They have a Universal Studios in Japan?
So we're not even
They do. Okay, fun fact about USJ. So it's called USJ in Japan, because Universal Studios Japan, and in Osaka. And they up until like 2 years ago, they had the last Back to the Future ride in the entire world. And so you can only go to because the one in LA caused a woman to have a concussion and she died because of it, and they changed it to the Simpsons.
But it's the same ride.
Whoa.
Exactly, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like
they just rebranded it.
No, I'm just genuinely curious. How did they get because you're in the car the entire time.
She must have like
her head
flung back and hit her head.
Yeah, her head hit the back of the DeLorean.
I see.
That could happen on any ride though.
Yeah, no, I was.
It happens.
Say.
Yeah.
All they did was just rebrand the ride. It's the same ride.
Yeah, I agree. Like you could have just added cushions or something, but it's exactly the same.
Damn, dude.
There's no reason to change it.
Crazy.
It sounds safer because it's a cartoon now. It's based off of a cartoon, so it creates an illusion that you're safe.
But they also created a whole Simpsons themed area in Universal Studios, so I think that's why they wanted to push for the Simpsons instead.
Yeah, I guess.
I love Back to the Future.
Yeah, because Simpsons is still kind of relevant, and Back to the Future is really old. So what
you can do with Back to the Future is when you go to that Universal Studios, the movie tour, then it'll highlight a bunch of scenes where they shot Back to the Future. So it has kept a little bit.
Yeah, it's true. By the way, the world in USJ is called Super Nintendo World. Sorry,
Ooh,
of course.
I want to go.
Super. It's got to have Super in there. Of course, it has to have Super in there. Super Nintendo World.
Oh yeah, and then I'm trying to see what kind of your attractions. Oh yeah, no, totally. I want to go too.
Oh, is there a list of attractions?
I'm trying to look it up right now. But yeah, so apparently, oh my god, there will be a Mario Kart themed experience.
Oh yes, there it is, Mario Kart.
It'll be unclear if it's traditional, virtual, or a combination of both.
Oh, if it's virtual,
so
I'm gonna be sad.
Oh, it has. I feel like you have to have it be physical and have it be real, because if it's just virtual, then you can just play
the game. Yeah,
exactly. Then there's no point.
Well, on Odaiba, which is in Tokyo, which is like a man-made island, they have
the Gundam.
No. They have Initial D themed gaming ride, and it's like there's like actual cars from the game and the show sitting on like these gyro meter things, and you get inside the car and they close the door for you, and you see this giant screen in front of you, and it's like you're actually drifting, but you're in the actual car, and you turn and the car turns too.
Oh, I could see it being like that, where it's like an actual go-kart.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
And then you pick up items and you can throw them, something like that.
Yeah, there was a VR ride that came out recently.
I just don't want it to be like the Simpsons ride, where you're just sitting there and you're not in control. You know, if you're not in control, then there's no point.
Yeah,
that's very true.
It's like it would be like the Transformers ride 2 at Universal. You're not in control either.
Yeah.
Check the general podcast chat. I just posted a picture. Yeah, it's like the cars from the show and the manga and
oh wow.
So the actual cars are on these like things, and when you drift, you like actually drift.
That's
just kind of
pretty
cool.
Sick, actually.
Pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they did something like that with like kind of digitally, like a hybrid with Mario Kart, I would be okay with that. But
the ABG speaks to me with this.
The ABG because it's a rice rocket.
Wait, so are those the only car selections?
Oh no, there's a Subaru Impreza which is blue.
Oh
there's
god,
3 cars.
there would be.
Yeah, no, like here, I'll post.
Oh my god.
Here, look, check this out. Check this out. Check it out. I just posted another picture. There's a Subaru Impreza.
So you can only drive. So you can only drive those 3 cars. Those are the only choices?
Yes. I'm trying to pull up a video of someone actually doing it. Here, I'll post something.
I mean, that's still pretty cool. Though, yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's called Sega Joypolis. Initial D, Sega Joypolis. That's like the area, I guess.
Whoa.
But yeah, watch that it's a short video, but check it out. You'll see towards like the middle of the video, one of the yellow cars is moving around.
Time to see this.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. Like they actually turn and stuff.
Oh
which is
wow,
awesome.
that is sick.
Yeah, and they're the actual cars too, which is awesome.
That's actually insane. It's insane. That is crazy as hell.
So right now, Super Nintendo World is under construction at USJ. So they don't really have a release date yet, or what kind of attractions, but they did say Mario Kart will be there, which I think is that's enough for me to want to go there.
Yeah.
To be honest,
that is actually.
I'm trying to think.
That's so, dude. We gotta go. I don't know how we're gonna go, but I want to go.
We could go.
I'm trying to think what else could they do. Let's see. They could have a Splatoon water park or something.
Yeah.
Or like.
No, I totally get it.
I don't know, Kirby's Air Ride? I don't know.
Well, if you have Nintendo, you definitely have to have a Pokemon thing.
Yeah, there has to be Pokemon. Mario Kart's already announced, but I hope it's really like interesting.
Although oh shit, I was about to say because Japan already has Pokemon centers, but you can always make some fun stuff out of having Pokemon environments in a theme park form.
Yeah.
I think they'll have a Pokemon Center there, but I also think that'd be cool. Like, this is really far-fetched, but if they had, like, holographic... you get it, you got it. If they had, like, a Pokemon battle arena where you could, like, have 3D versions of the Pokemon, like, battling each other, and you could, like, stand there and point and be like, go Squirtle, and have them fight your Charizard. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, but, it's like dog fighting, but virtual.
Yeah. Come on, Michael Vick.
Or you go inside of this, Peter. Like... Pokemon arena, and there's real Pokemon that they've been hiding from society for the past 20 years.
All right.
And you actually make them fight each other. You actually make them beat each other, beat the crap out of each other.
And Michael Vick is there, and he's making them fight each other.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
He's got he has like dog Pokemon, and he's like making them fight each other.
Oh god. Wait, okay, sorry, this is really random. What's a wait, off the top of my head, I can't think of one. What's a Pokemon that's actually based off of a dog? Like a dog.
Oh, Growlithe.
Growler.
Growlithe.
Oh, shit, there you go.
Growlithe, or there's the Houndoom.
There's the three legendary dogs.
Oh, like Entei and
Suicune.
They're supposed to be cats, but they look like...
Wait, what? They're supposed to be cats?
Other than Raikou, Raikou looks like a cat. Looks like a tiger.
Oh my god,
he looks just like a tiger.
Entei looks like a lion. Oh shit, have a point.
Yeah, Entei looks like a lion, and Suicune looks like a dog, but they're supposed to be legendary cats or something.
What?
Yeah, I heard they were cats.
Dogs. What? Maybe it was just younger, misinformed people that I talked to.
Papa.
But you could have Growlithe or Houndoom or what's some other dogs?
What's the evolved form of Growlithe?
Arcanine.
There we go,
dog.
Arcanine.
Yeah.
Arcanine's a dog. Wait, what about a Ninetales? Does that count?
That's
as
a fox.
wolf?
No, it's a fox.
Oh, fox. Yeah. It's true. You know what? Just get a Ditto, and you can make anything you want.
I'm just gonna go in there with my Agumon and
Oh, dude, that'd be so cool.
Agumon,
That'd be so
Agumon.
cool. Yeah, you
They're
go in
like,
there with
"What?"
yeah. That'd be so cool.
Dude, I love Digimon. Digimon was actually really cool.
Agumon try and digivolve into Greymon.
Greymon, yeah.
Oh, dude, all the
So cool.
Digivolves or the Digivolutions are freaking sick. The later ones
Yeah,
are
and they
really
can-
cool.
And they can turn back. Unlike Pokemon, they can revert back to their cute baby form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon, you get screwed
I
over.
remember in the movie, he's like, "Yeah, I'm a Greymon," and then he goes back to kid, "Hey, I'm Agumon, yeah."
Because imagine how adorable it would be to have a Charmander. But then, like, oh, it's so awesome to have a Charizard. But where are you gonna keep that? Where are you gonna put that? Oh, I guess
That's true.
I guess you put it in the ball. But like, what if you want to play with it? You know?
exactly. Right?
Yeah. It's gonna have massive shits too. What are you gonna do with that?
Massive fire shit.
That's one thing to think
Oh
about.
no! Oh no!
There's so many inconvenient things you'd have to deal with if Pokemon were real. Like,
Oh my god, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Should make that like a YouTube video.
yeah, imagine having a bug infestation in the Pokemon world.
Oh hell
You know how
no!
bad that would be.
Or a mouse infestation.
Like getting stung by a bee in real life is bad enough, but imagine getting stung by a bee drill.
Oh my lord, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I wouldn't want to. If someone offered me the choice to switch realities to the Pokemon world, I'd be like, nah.
Wait, what? No, I'd still do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I wanna have like a Charizard that can just fly to the next country and just come back.
Man, you're breaking a lot of international laws right there.
I don't know. There's constantly legendary Pokemon threatening the safety of the world. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, there's got to be like
Yeah.
the military that use Pokemon to fight it or some shit.
You know, like here's the problem. Whenever anyone says like, "Oh, would you take the chance to go into like the fictional world of your dreams?" Like that doesn't necessarily mean you'll be someone important.
Yeah,
They might be like, "Hey, would you love to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter?" Oh hell yeah! And then you go in and you're a Muggle. And you have nothing. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm living in this world and I know magic exists, but I can't do anything.
Dude, it's
Yeah, you can't talk about it, and you probably don't remember it because they might obliviate your mind.
Yeah, so no, I wouldn't take that chance. No.
It's like that one image where it's just like the zombie apocalypse thing, and it's like who you would actually be. It's like, yeah, I'd be one of the guys that are actually getting eaten right there in that image. Just reminds me of that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Very true.
Hey,
Very
I'm
true,
sorry
very
to
true.
interrupt, but I've been trying to figure this out and I can't figure it out. But what's the name of the Digimon this is my favorite Digimon. What's the name of the Digimon where it was a seal and then when it evolved it turned into like a
Oh.
walrus? Do you like a white
Oh yeah. Dark Magician.
It was
Yeah, I'm trying to
I don't even
remember it now.
remember.
I actually
But that
don't know.
fucking thing was
Sorry, I
adorable.
look it
That's
up.
all that's my
Digimon. I'm gonna look up Digimon.
Walrusmon.
that's my contribution to
Walrus
this
mon.
Digimon conversation.
What is that? It's called Zudomon.
Zudomon.
Is it
Zudomon?
actually?
Is that what it's called?
It's,
No,
it's
wait,
the one that
no,
the
it's
guy with
wrong.
the glasses had, right?
Yes.
It's Goramon. No, it's not Goramon. What is it called? What? Bakuman. Bakuman?
Bakumon's something
No.
else.
Bakuman.
It's a
Bakugan.
Pretty sure Bakumon's something. Oh, okay.
Toyomon? No. What is this? What the hell is this thing called? Gagumon? Ikaku, come on. What am I talking about? I sound like a crazy person.
Okay. What? You just have to confirm what the real name is.
I don't know. I'm looking. Okay, look, listen. I'm looking at Digimon Wiki. Okay, it's not telling me anything. I don't remember what the walrus is called.
Okay.
Just
that's
be like
cool.
Digimon, Walrus.
Remember who had it? Do you
It's the
remember who
kid
had
with
it?
the
I think his name is
glasses,
Terry?
What's the kid with the glasses?
Hold on,
kid
hold
with
on, hold on.
glasses.
I'm looking at a picture
Joe.
of it.
His name
I
is
just
Joe.
I just googled seal Digimon and I see pictures of it, but how do I find out what it was?
Joe Keto. Okay,
He's,
yeah. Okay, hold on. I got it.
Yeah, it's the
Wait,
glasses guy.
Yeah, go Mamon. Go
Gomamon.
Mamon.
Gomamon. Gomamon.
Wait. Wait, Jordan, paste the picture into the chat.
Throw 'em on the door.
Let's make sure. Let's make sure that we're looking at the same thing.
Digibob too.
Are you two not in the same room?
Okay, hold on.
We're in the same house.
Okay.
Kabuterimon.
Hold on. Let me look up the. What's the?
Oh,
what's
Kabuterimon,
the
whatever. it is.
sketchiest fan art of this I can find.
No, please.
Find some
Rule
furry
34.
Oh God, no!
No! You didn't hear me. You didn't
I
hear me.
remember when it was you, me, and Shogo, and then we were playing Breath of the Wild.
Stop! No, stop! Don't talk
That
about
was a
it.
fun time.
please.
Can I post a link in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
What do we got here? Hey, there he is.
Yeah,
that's Gomamon.
That's it.
Yeah.
That one's a
That's Gomamon. That's Gomamon
Yeah.
for sure.
And then there's another Digimon right next to him.
Oh no!
That was good.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you meant Gabumon.
Gabumon.
one's
Gabumon.
Gabumon?
That's the one that with the horn.
Yeah, well, like, is that what it turned into?
Maybe.
No. That's a different
that
one.
was a
That's a
different
whole
one.
different
Oh,
one.
okay.
Here, it's this one. I pasted a picture.
Oh, that
that's
one is
Gabumon.
It's,
the one that the
Ties?
blonde-haired kid owned, right?
Matt's. It's Matt's Digimon.
Oh, I don't even remember, dude.
Gabumon.
Some of them are ugly though. just
Yeah,
saying.
the second form of Gomamon is ugly. I don't like the second form.
This one's ugly.
What?
Oh, that's the short
heck?
kid, right?
Kabuterimon.
That's like
The
some
red
kind of
hair.
Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, it's
What is that?
It's Kabuterimon.
Oh gosh. So you should see some of the new Pokemon. Some of them look ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there's like ice cream ones now, and there's one that looks
There's
like
my favorite is
chandelier.
Garbodor. He's the trash one.
Oh God.
Garbodor. That's so sad. Imagine being Garbodor. Like, I'm trash.
It reminds me of you remember Dave Chappelle, right? Did you ever listen to his comedy skit on the trash guy from Sesame Street?
At least it will tell
Grouch?
you. She knows
Grouch?
Yeah.
Oscar the Grouch. Oscar.
Yeah, and then Dave Chappelle's like, you guys remember that show? Like, there was that one guy who was just angry at everybody, and then everybody's like, yeah, he's like you gotta understand, that guy lives in a trash can. It was just really funny.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that made me laugh so hard. Like, it was a good skit.
Yeah. I remember seeing a comic where it showed him living in a trash can, and then all the other Sesame Street characters went up to him and they were like, "Hey, Oscar, we finally bought you a house." And it shows him in the house, and he's in the trash can in the kitchen, and he's like, "Okay, this is good."
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, this is home, I guess."
Yeah.
Chappelle Show.
so-
Sorry, real quick. Chappelle Show actually did a skit that kind of made fun of, it made fun of Sesame Street, and it actually had a trash can character too that did drugs.
Damn.
I don't know if you guys
Oh
remember
my
that skit
gosh.
from his series, but
Never saw
okay.
it. So kind of going back to Pokemon. I want to talk about Pokken Tournament, which kind of came out.
Oh.
Oh
recently.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So none of us own a Switch except for Gyrus. So are you planning to get that game?
I got it originally for the Wii U, and I played it for a bit, and I got over it.
Damn.
Because
That fast,
it's
huh?
essentially just like the fighting part of Pokemon.
And Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it had a good like, it was good. It's not my type of game, and I feel like we're trying to make it into like the competitive fighting scene.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Something for like Evo.
Yeah.
Something for like Evo or yeah.
it's still, I mean, it's fun, but like, it's not my type of game.
I don't see how it's any different from other competitive fighting games other than Pokemon.
Yeah, other than
Obviously,
the
Pokemon's
appeal of
awesome
having a
in that.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, like how is
But
it
I feel like
any
Pokemon
different?
needs to stick to like the turn-based combat.
Yeah, I was
it
about to
originally
say,
was.
if you're gonna do this, it's more appealing if there's different attacks that you can choose from versus kind of turning this into a fighting game. I'm not really sold on this.
Yeah, it's like imagine if they made a Pokemon MOBA. You know, like, oh, that'd be cool. You could be different Pokemon because there's so many Pokemon already. You could totally design a Pokemon MOBA. But there's already so many MOBAs out there that people are so connected to
Yeah.
that like it's there's no point, you know.
Oh, speaking of the Pokemon stuff, have you guys seen this? I'm gonna link it in the chat.
Oh, what is this?
Someone's trying to remake Fire Red, and then they're
Oh,
doing
they're
it
gonna
in
get-
the Unreal Engine.
They're gonna get shut down.
I know, right?
yeah,
But
they're gonna
there-
get like
There has been the guy who's been doing the Legend of Zelda one, and he hasn't been shut down yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a guy who did the 24-player online Super Mario 64 mod, and that got shut down.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I did not hear about
But
that.
apparently, you could still find the files for it. But I really want to play it because it looks interesting.
Yeah,
24
because I mean,
player?
for that one, they could argue that they were using the assets. They were using the actual copyrighted Nintendo assets. So I don't know if this Pokemon game was made from scratch. They have more ground to stand on. So I don't know.
It's like the guys who are making Installation 01, which is a multiplayer only version of the Halo series, and they use like original assets that were available in the Microsoft Store. So their like
bot
thing behind it is their thing behind it is that we can release this because and not get a DMC takedown from Microsoft or Bungie. Because they're or 343 Studios, sorry, not Bungie, because like they made it themselves and they didn't use any original assets, so that's why they could do that.
Oh dang, that Legend of Zelda stuff.
Yeah, it's like I'm surprised this guy hasn't been shut down yet. I don't understand why he's flying under the radar. Like this thing has gotten so many views, like multiple times for each one he's been releasing. And the thing is he's like giving the builds away, so I don't know. Like I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm glad it's a thing.
That is some dedication, man.
Yeah, holy shoot.
Super Mario 64 Online is the website I just linked as well. We should play this because this looks awesome.
Is there a video of this? Like of them?
Yeah. If you click on the link and you go to download and you scroll down to online multiplayer, there's like a video. It's a YouTube video. So if you go to download on the website,
didn't they like shut down all of his YouTube videos though? Didn't like they do a crackdown?
But there's a video on the actual website.
Oh, like you're looking at it.
I'm watching it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. It looks hilarious.
Download and all the way where? At the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm about to download this later.
Oh man,
it looks a little laggy, but I mean, like I'm not expecting it to be top notch.
Yeah. Oh, did they actually give each like character a unique sort of trait? Like it looks like Yoshi has the kind of like the
Oh yeah. They edited the models and they edited the sounds to make them fit instead of if they're all just copied Mario's model, then of course it wouldn't fit because like some characters are taller than the others. So dude, this is so cool.
He still makes the Mario noises though. I'm watching Yoshi and he's like,
oh yeah. I think there's some assets they couldn't take out. Oh, I just downloaded it. It downloaded really quickly too. What the hell?
This looks so cool.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh,
well, if you
my
click
gosh.
download, it'll download in like 1 second. The file's like super tiny.
Wait, what?
If you download it, it won't take that long.
Oh, they're going to the slide. Ba, 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 ba.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's cool. What if I double click on this? If I double click on this, will this happen?
Dude, I like seeing all of them at the freaking top of the trees.
Oh shit.
It's like synchronized swimming.
Oh, you can be Rosalina too. That's awesome.
Where?
Yes.
Where is this?
Watch
where
the
is
video.
That? Like what's the timestamp?
Watch the video. I don't know, dude. I'm looking at the
see the
actual
timestamp.
like. Yeah. Pokken Tournament. Sounds like I'm not gonna buy that game ever. I wanted to get your thoughts on it, Gyro, since you're the only one who has a Wii U, and it came on the Wii U. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah. So another two games I wanted to highlight on are Middle Earth: Shadow of War and Raid: World War II.
Wait, say that again.
Middle Earth: Shadow of War, which is a sequel to Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, which is a game I actually played. I put like 50 hours into that game.
I liked it, and I'm looking.
Dude, it was amazing.
I'm looking forward to the second one, but I can't play it. Wait, is it on Xbox only? Because I swear it said Xbox One, and I was like,
no. It's on PS4 and Steam as well.
I was gonna cry.
So I was reading some reviews on it, and I was listening to some people talk about it. Apparently, not a lot of people like it. Not just because it has microtransactions, but also because like the one good thing about it is that it has a deeper nemesis system, which is the system in the game where when you find like a general or a captain of the orc army and you kill him, he'll come back and find you. Yeah. And so in this game, they deepened that system somehow, and I'm not sure what they did exactly, but they made it better, and I'm really looking forward to that.
I really like that they had that in the first place. It was really. Oh, I think it's because you're dealing with armies now. So that's like it adds a lot of depth. Like
from what I read, it's like are you familiar with Clash of Clans?
Yeah.
I don't.
Where it's like I heard there's a mode where you make your own fort and you have armies, and then when you're offline, other players can fight your fort, and then you can fight other people's forts. So it's basically like Clash of Clans.
Right.
So like when you're off, you build your fortresses and you have your armies defending it. Then other people can come in and like steal your resources by raiding it.
I remember them going over that with the demonstration.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of cool. but it just sounds like a lot of time commitment.
Yeah, the thing I
you really
don't
wanna
like
get
about it is that you just mentioned microtransactions, and I feel like that kills any game that like it's already introduced into.
So I just straight up Googled microtransactions. I didn't even add anything. And the first search that Google suggested was microtransactions Shadow of War. Like,
There you go. Hey, yeah,
It's
it
a
sucks.
trending topic,
Well,
I guess.
It's a trending topic.
so you oh yeah, no, because that's the thing. It's because people are saying that you can use your own money, obviously, and buy some in-game items that'll further enhance the story. But in the game, you can also kill all the generals and regular orcs and still get like in-game currency to purchase those in-game items.
Yeah,
with.
but
So it doesn't. It's like, what the hell?
The thing was with those at all, like it takes so long to even get the in-game currency to buy any of the cool stuff. That's the thing that sucks. Time is
Right.
money. And
That was
it's just like if you want to spend.
That
it,
was
right?
people's argument for Honor, that like Viking versus Knights versus Samurai game.
Yeah, I remember
Like,
that.
Yeah.
Didn't that
People
flop?
are complaining like it takes forever to get some of this stuff, so it's like it's unfair that some people could just buy it. That people felt like it was pay to win.
Mm-hmm. That tends to be a lot of games where micro transactions are introduced, where the purchases actually do something like boosts your stat or something like that.
Yeah, when it affects gameplay, that's when it seems kind of shady.
Yeah,
to
if
have
it's just
have
like
microtransactions.
if it's just a skin or something like that, then that's cool. Like it's not important. Like you don't really.
yeah, you don't need
yeah.
it to get the full experience.
But the instant you're doing stuff like that, oh my god, I hate it. That's why I'm saying that I'm kind of upset that they're even bringing that in. Like, oh man. But
Yeah.
they want to make
Well,
money, so.
I mean, regardless. Yeah. I mean, it's their business. At the end of the day, they have to make money somehow.
The same complaints are coming about Battlefront 2. About the Star Wars.
yeah.
Does that really have?
I'm looking forward
does
to that.
Really have microtransactions?
It does, and so there's loot boxes.
Yeah.
You buy loot. So
Oh,
not
it's
only
like
are they
Overwatch.
yeah no but the loot, it's not like Overwatch in the fact that the loot actually affects gameplay. You can get like these cards that give you like damage reductions. So you have like armor, or like give you like I don't know like speed boosts or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like someone could just buy a crap ton of these. Like you can buy them with in-game money, sure, but like how long are you gonna collect enough to buy enough to get what you want? See, not only is it like, oh hey, pay this much and get this mod. It's hey, pay this much for a gambling box to
Yeah.
see if you'll get something that you might want, but if you don't get it, buy more boxes, like
Yep.
like I'm okay with that if it's cosmetic, but if it's like it affects gameplay, that's just infuriating.
I knew
to
EA
not
was
get what
too
you
good to
want.
be true.
Oh yeah, no, they're like, oh, everything will be free. Like,
I
oh
knew
hell
this
no,
was
they're
too
EA.
good to be true.
You gotta admit,
No,
though,
but
like it looks great.
It does look
yeah.
amazing, and I
No,
want to play it.
Yeah.
I was telling Jeremy earlier, Battlefront, the first one looked cool, but it was repetitive, and this one
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
definitely more exciting now that they added a single
Nope.
campaign, and it just looks
Yeah,
really
but
pretty.
in the first one you had like player progression, right? Like you had levels and you unlock things
Yes.
per level. They completely replaced that with loot boxes. There's no
Yeah.
player progression. It's
So
all just
I played at least I put 70 hours into the first game, and one of my biggest complaints was that everyone, like, there were people that were outmatched with each other, because there are people who pre-ordered the game that got Han Solo's pistol, which is the strongest gun of the game at the time. So you can one-shot people with that gun, and not everyone had it because not everyone pre-ordered the game. With the second game that's coming out, they added classes so that in like just like how the the second Battlefront was, they have like assault class and recon class and like support class, and
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to like leeway that a little bit and try to make it so if it's fair for everyone. And that's where the loot boxes come in. It's like they want you to get loot boxes to buy cosmetic items or like better guns or
Yeah.
stickers or whatever the hell they want you to buy for their fucking loot boxes.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait. Like, I learned my lesson playing the first game.
Yeah.
Like, it looks pretty on the outside, but on the inside, I know it's gonna be a dirty, shitty, heartless game that I don't want to play anymore.
No, I just
And I-
don't think Battlefront 2 is worth the $60 price. Should probably wait.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna wait till it goes at least like 40 or 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait for a sale if people are still playing it. But like, yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
wait for a sale.
I think Battlefront was still like, obviously it wasn't that popular after the months have passed, but people still played it, so I don't think there would be any issue with that.
I think I touched on this in a previous podcast, but on the PC community itself had a really low player count. At the end of its lifespan, it was like only 1,000 to 2,000 players per
That's
day,
not a lot.
whereas the PS4 had 12,000 to 24,000 per day, which was crazy. there's like a huge gap. So more people were playing it on console than PC. I guess it's because
there's so much competition on PC.
Yeah, and there were a lot of lag problems on PC, and like you just said, like more people were playing like Dota and Counter Strike and Overwatch. So there was no reason for them to be playing Battlefront.
Yeah, I don't know. Games is a tough market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
it really is.
I mean, you know how things generally repeat themselves after a while, with history and all that stuff. Even if you're looking at it in the game standpoint, I believe that sooner or later we're gonna have a crash, just like how there was a while ago.
Yeah. I think we're gonna reach a point where people are afraid to take risks, so all the games are just similar, and then people just stop caring.
Yeah, it's gonna be much like how I think what was that I forgot what they're called. The ones that did the ET game. I forgot what they're. Yeah, Atari. At one point, they were like the game giants, and then every single game looked and sounded the same at one point, which is what you were mentioning earlier, where you said everybody's gonna be scared to take risks, and it's just gonna be the same. And when it gets to that point, it's gonna crash, just like how it did many years ago.
Yeah, that's the problem with like people have with Bethesda. It's like, hey, here's Skyrim on the Switch. Here's
Skyrim, like the fifth barely changed edition.
Here's Skyrim on your iWatch, on your smartwatch. Here's
please
and then,
no.
and then like Microsoft will be like, here's Minecraft on your smart fridge. You know, like where does it stop? Where does it stop?
It's never gonna end.
Yeah. So speaking of repetitive games and all that stuff, so a game that Jordan and I were actually looking forward to, Raid World War II, which is kind of by the same guys who made
Payday 2.
What's it called? Payday 2.
It's Payday 2.
This game is actually not doing well rating wise. Like it's actually not very good from a lot of critics. No, we have not, but I've seen a lot of videos of people playing it. It looks really cool. Like I like the gun layout and I like the customization, but people are saying that it's just not very good, like at all. And it really disappoints me because I was actually looking forward to Raid World War II, and it looks like one of those games. I love World War II as like a game genre, and I had a really high hopes for it.
Yeah, and I've played Payday 2 quite extensively, and Payday 2 is like, it gets repetitive after you play so much, but like you can get a lot of hours out of it, and it's like it's really fun. But I don't know.
Right.
It's like
I don't know. Yeah.
Call of Duty's still around, and they're doing the same thing over and over again.
I wish that died of all the games.
And they went back to World War II.
Yeah, now they're going back to World War II because they saw Battlefield 1, and they're like, oh, they went back to World War 1. We can't do that. Well, let's just go back to World War II because that's what we did in the beginning.
You see, what really bothers me is that there's actually a Call of Duty being labeled World War II, when I'm just thinking, okay, the first time Call of Duty came to life, it was just a war game. So
yeah, it was just called Call
of Duty.
And it was World War II.
Exactly.
You know, so why do you need to call it World War II again?
I know.
Call of Duty World War II, like, okay, that's very blunt. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's because of the Battlefield 1.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. Very true. So what are you playing right now, Jordan?
Let's see.
Because we kind of talked about what we were playing.
Overwatch update just came out for Halloween.
Oh, dude, did you see the new skins?
Yeah,
Zenyatta's looks so cool, and then
all of them look so cool.
What's her name? Symmetra's is really cool.
Symmetra's is glowing.
Oh, Reaper's new one.
Reaper's looks better than the old Reaper.
But I like the old one too. It's crazy.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Oh, McCree looks so nice.
I haven't seen the McCree one yet.
He has it's like Van Helsing. It's like a witch hunter outfit.
Oh, no way. I gotta Google that real quick.
I'm actually looking at them too. I'm trying to see.
McCree.
Like they did a really awesome job with the skins this time. Like the ones in the first Halloween event were pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
But these ones are another level. Like, oh my god.
I want to hope that someone from the community helped.
Oh my god, do you see Zarya's?
Hers is interesting. I don't know how to feel about hers. Hers is interesting. But Cthulhu Zenyatta, that one's interesting too.
That's pretty cool.
Like amazing, interesting. Like, wait, what are his balls? What does he shoot at people?
His balls? What are his balls?
Kraken Zenyatta is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we should totally. Yeah, I was just about to say.
I was gonna say, Alyssa, we should play Overwatch.
I've never played Overwatch
she doesn't
before,
have it.
so
really.
I think you would like it.
It's a class-based shooter, but all the characters are vastly different. Well, most of them are really different from each other. So it feels kind of
Like
like
TF2.
it feels kind of like a MOBA, where it's like every character has their own role and their own types of skills. So it definitely takes some getting used to, but once you do get used to it, it's really fun. And the Halloween event also has a PvE, so you like fight waves.
Isn't that the
like last year?
zombie robots? Yeah, it's Junkenstein's again, but they added more classes. You can be Zen, you can be Widow, you can be Torb, and there's some other one. But yeah, like they added more classes than the default from last year.
Oh, okay, that's
Very cool.
We should totally try that out. I remember last year when we played with Takumi, right?
Yeah, we played that, and then he kept dying, and
It was a fun time.
yeah, it was great time, great, fantastic.
Yeah, I hate losing.
I hate him. No, I'm just kidding.
Lord.
No, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, we're on a recording, you know.
Stop. It's gonna be no. I hope he's not listening. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it for video game stuff. Unless you guys have anything else to say, we can move on to questions. We actually have questions from some listeners, and I think all of us can answer.
Oh,
these.
real quick though, because you wanted to talk about Rick and Morty, and I want to talk about Rick and Morty season 3 a little bit.
Oh,
okay. Well, so you wait. Okay, so three of the four of us in this call have seen it. Jordan and I finished it. Alyssa, did you finish it?
Yeah.
Okay, so so there.
Spoiler alert.
Let's not spoil anything, because Jairus, do you intend on watching it?
Rick and Morty eventually, yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
I propose what we do is we do questions, we end the podcast, and I'll extend it and basically put out the spoiler warning at the end, and we just talk about Rick and Morty for the last 10 minutes.
Okay, so we'll have like a separate thing after.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I actually want to say, I have a few things to sum up season 3, or like I want to sum up my opinion of season 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Jairus, we won't.
So
okay. If you want to stay for that, Jairus, you can.
You
can listen.
Because I do want to watch it.
No, I want you to stay.
You don't want to ruin
I
it.
want you to stay.
I haven't watched
stay.
any Rick and Morty except for like a few clips.
Oh my god!
Clips like the.
You'll love it.
I've seen like the Protect Summer, and that shit made me really interesting, or made me really interested.
Oh, Protect Summer was fucking hilarious.
And then there was
it was awesome.
I listened to a remix of this song that someone remixed, and it's
Mr. Meeseeks,
I love
look at
it.
me.
And
Yeah, I said it to Jordan.
I already know what the episode's about based on what I saw, but it's just like it's so funny. Like I want to watch it.
Yeah, like they
You have to.
They play with so many interesting concepts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Mr. Meeseeks,
Yeah.
look at me.
Yeah, you should watch the series, Jairus. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a great show.
Dude, yeah, I will. My brother was actually watching it. He asked me to watch with him, but I was busy. I was going to work every day in summer.
I would honestly say that there's some episodes that are not like amazing, but I wouldn't say there's any bad episodes. Like I honestly feel like there's some episodes that are obviously meh compared to the really good episodes, but I honestly wouldn't say there's any episodes that I hated per se. Although I don't want to get into like the ending of season 3.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's protect me from spoilers.
Okay. So the first question comes to us from Share a Corona, please. Is that correct, Alyssa?
Yes, that is like the whole name.
Share a
Their
Corona,
name is
please.
yeah. So shout out to Share Corona, please. If you're listening, thank you for submitting your question. And they ask, is there any game you personally hate but understand why people like it? So maybe Alyssa, you go first.
Here we go.
I actually
That's
have, you know, it's
good.
funny because I actually know the answer to my question. Because I recently wrote an article about this game. So
I saw it.
But I guess that sums up a category, dating simulator games, where I forgot what the Japanese word for it is. Atome? There you go. I don't like Atome games at all. But I understand why it garners the audience it does, especially the female audience. And I mean, I'll say this, that Atome games are totally welcome to this industry, because with the amount of fan service that's given to men all the time, I don't mind this type of game existing for anyone and like catering to women. I just think that the storylines are fucking ridiculous and I can't
There's also like there's also a messed up one. Maybe Jairus will know. What's the name of the one where you're a guy who goes like to you meet all these disabled girls and you have sex
Oh
with them?
my god! What
think
the
that's
fuck is that?
What was it called?
They have ones
What's
about
that called?
everything.
Shoujo?
What's that?
Hold on, let me double check.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know the name. I just know that you have like sex with mentally disabled women and
Holy
like
shit.
mentally
Oh my
handicapped
God,
women.
okay.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like, there's a girl who has one eye. There's a girl who's like missing her legs or something. And it's really bad.
I am honestly
It's
not
called
surprised.
Shoujo.
Oh no!
As bad as that is, I'm honestly not surprised. They have all kinds of.
Yeah.
You could date horses.
Yeah.
You could date pigeons. You could. Oh, there's
Yep.
so many weird things.
Oh
you go.
man.
Horses and pigeons. What did you link? What did you link right
it's
now?
the
What is
Katala
this?
Shoujo.
I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to.
No, it's
click
just a
this.
Google search, so you can
Oh,
you
God.
can just see. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I know. Oh God, it's the actual website. Can you face your fears? No, I can't. I'm exiting out of this.
Wait, so
Can
then
you see what I see?
can you?
It's
see
what
I
I got when
wanna
I clicked
see
on it.
it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not
I
a
don't know.
fan of Otome games, but I understand why people like it.
Yeah. No, I feel you, and I think you know what my answer is gonna be. Alyssa.
Oh, because you spent
Just
you
Cause
spent an
3.
entire 20 minutes
Summer.
an entire summer talking about it. So
Yeah, I hate Just Cause 3, and I don't understand why people like
wait
it.
a minute.
Well,
okay, you have to
visually.
hold on.
What?
The question is, but you understand why people like it.
Oh, sorry. No, that's the reason. Yeah, there we go.
was
Okay,
like,
okay.
wait.
I'm tripping over myself. All right. So Just Cause 3. I hate that game. I hate the game to death. But but people
yeah.
like it because visually it looks really cool. The main character is like this rugged, like maybe he's Spanish, maybe he's Italian. You don't know. And there's also like the story is like you have to deal with like the dictator taking over this country, and you're supposed to save the people that are repressed. Well, I will say the visuals are really, really nice, and I do agree with that. Like explosions in that game are the most beautiful explosions I've ever seen in any video game. Like they just look so realistic. Like if they were any realer, like I could feel the flames coming onto my skin. Like that's how real they look, and it looks amazing. The vehicles are top notch. The cars are fast. The helicopters are like really like well thought out with like the weapons that they have on them. Like the missiles are really cool and the machine guns are really cool, but not when you're trying to drive a car and suddenly the game crashes on you in the middle of an important mission. That's what I hate about that game. And it took so long for me to beat that game because it just kept crashing on me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please.
Please.
Yeah, I've talked about my hate for this game before on a previous podcast, and I don't want to go into it anymore. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Something I don't like, but I understand why people like it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my pick is Pokemon. No, I'm just kidding. I love Pokemon. It's CS:GO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So I know why people like it.
I feel you on that one. Yeah.
But there is
I feel you too.
there is a certain aspect of it I do not like, and I haven't really dipped my foot into, but I know people who have, and I don't agree with, but I can't blame people for getting into it. And it's the whole skin economy thing that like people are really into. Like I have a friend he was super into it, and he would like spend lots of money on loot boxes to get those skins, and he
Really?
would get into like the gambling of the skins, and like
Oh
it's
yeah,
just,
the gambling.
it
I
just
remember
created
that.
this culture and economy around it that like I didn't really agree with, and I understand why some people like it and are really into it, and it's kind of like a business for some people, and people make money off of that. But like for me, I sort of dipped my foot into that kind of thing with Team Fortress 2, where they had the hats and stuff. Like I would go on trade servers and trade around items and stuff, but like it really blew up with CS:GO, and it's just like it's that
Yeah.
it feels like the skin market now it's a core part of the CS:GO experience. It's as far as I can tell. Like it seems like it's a
Yeah.
really big part of the game now. So that's just something that I don't personally like, and I wouldn't want to get sucked into, and so that's mainly why I don't like that game. But I understand why someone might really be into that.
Shout out to T. Martin and Syndicate for ruining the whole gambling thing for everyone. Trying to get kids to gamble.
They had shady practices too. But like gambling,
yeah.
gambling in general, you could get addicted to. Like do it if you're gonna do it in moderation. But like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with like doing that where it's so easy access and kids can do it and people can get addicted and it's digital, so anyone can do it, and it's just I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Point taken. All right, Jairus, do you have an answer?
Sports games, video games, sports games. I hate those.
Did you say board games?
Those.
Sports.
Video games,
sorry.
sports
Like
games.
FIFA, like FIFA,
Yeah,
like
all
FIFA
of them,
or NBA
every
2K.
single one of them. And I mean, I can understand. No, I can't. Okay, I guess the allure can be like. What is the allure? I don't know. Maybe I should have chose something else.
Well, no, because Elisa actually enjoys 2K, the 2K game series.
I play basketball because I'm a basketball fan.
Yeah,
so...
I played football back in high school, and then when people like play any of these games, I'm just like, why would you do this when you could just go outside and play it? I guess the allure is like maybe if it's raining or something, you could just like, oh hey, I want to play some FIFA with some friends or something.
Or unless it's like a hybrid sports game like Rocket League. I mean, that's technically a sports game.
Is that so?
Yeah.
It's like
I'm
it's not something you could do like outside.
I'm more going towards the realistic sports that are portrayed in video games because that's like, why bother when you could just go outside and do that? Well, I mean, maybe there might be some disabled kid that's playing or something along the lines of that, but beyond that,
well, I feel like for me, I feel like it's not necessarily like going, like I don't have an ability to go out and play. It's if you follow basketball and you actually follow the players, then you can actually control a team and potentially have a team where you have all of your favorite players on one team, like in a season, if that makes sense.
No, I get you. I mean, having what was it? Sports teams, and that's why I like sports. I like playing them, and I like when there's something big that's happening, like like there's a what is it? Like a big sports game, like the Warriors or something like that. I'm with like a bunch of friends or like my family, and it's just like a really good time. That's what I really like.
Yeah.
But I guess that could translate to what is it? To the video game version of it, because in a sense, video games is it's a cool form of media where you're immersing yourself in it. So then in that sense, when you're doing it with your own basketball team and you're playing as them, that's where it could come off as something really exciting for people. But in the first place, for me, I'm just like, it's not my go-to for video games.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So that's mine. That's my pick.
Would you count Tony Hawk's Pro Skater as a sports game?
I say yes.
Just curious.
I would feel like that is. Because skating is, or like any of those BMX games. Like, it is a sport. But it's not, it doesn't necessarily have to be competitive because you can do like time trials and stuff. So it's sort of like, because then that gets to the point of like racing is a sport. Are racing games sports games?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, I don't
know. But I think Jairus just means like you said, realistic sports that anyone can play. So soccer, basketball, football. Yeah. Like you can just throw a ball in the backyard, like that type of a game.
I guess that's anyone can do skating, but
but I feel like Tony Hawk's is a bit more fun, I guess, than to say FIFA for me personally. Like
I feel like if we were gonna mention a skating game rather than Tony Hawk, it'd be more appropriate. Well, in the sense of what I'm going for realism, you'd have to mention Skate, where I feel that's more like grounded compared to Tony Hawk, where I mean you're doing like kickflip McTwists and going like 100 feet up in the air and all that stuff, which is really fun. It's really fun.
And you're Spider-Man.
Exactly. So if I don't know, even then I'm not sure. I feel like skating, I don't know, we'd have to define sports.
Oh God.
No, yeah. I just like we're not gonna go there. But I just want to add a little side funny story note to this. Like, I talked about our cousin before having like a hard modded Xbox when we were younger, and my brother and I played this game with him. It was a paintball game. So paintball is a sport to some people. In the game there was a level. I think it was a stupid game first of all because like it was like a shooter, but it was paintball, and I was like, if I'm gonna play a shooter, I'm gonna play a shooter. If I want to go play paintball, I want to go outside and play paintball. But in the game, I thought it was so stupid when there were some levels that were really small, and when you could start firing your gun. So we just shoot into the smoke at the other end and win immediately because the team wouldn't know where we are, and we would just like kill them immediately because like it was such a small map that you could just like point your gun at the other end of the range and just like press the button as fast as you can on the controller. It'd be like that, and then you would kill the other team.
I think a factor of it is like, I guess, how easy it would be for you to play that sport. Like, I could easily I'm not good at soccer or tennis, but I could easily go out and play soccer or tennis and have a decent time if I'm playing with people who are of the same skill level as me. But if you take something like, I don't know, like boxing, like I could not box, like I would get,
You get your shit.
I would get my ass handed to me, no matter who it was. Even if it was someone with the same skill, like some random skinny dude who had no experience, just like me, it would not be interesting. It would not be fun. It would be really sad. It would just be a sad boxing match. Like it would not be interesting.
Yeah.
So the only way I could get something enjoyment out of that would be like playing it virtually in a video game, But like me playing soccer in a video game, I wouldn't find that really interesting because I could just go out and do that. But like I feel like there's or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, that takes a lot of skill and dedication to really do all those insane tricks. So like I couldn't just go out and do that unless I already knew how to do it. But then if I already knew how to do it, then why would I be playing the game?
Yeah.
So I feel like if it's something that's easy to do in real life for anyone to do, then it's not as interesting. I mean, for people like me and people like you, Jairus, like for people, like it wouldn't be as appealing. But if it's something that's hard to do in real life, then it's more interesting to do it virtually.
Yeah, of course.
Because
that's why I feel
I
like
got you.
fantasy genre, like for me, is just like something that I can immerse myself into because there's some things that don't happen in real life that I want to experience.
Yeah, like being a wizard in real life is really, really hard. Like I've tried. I didn't get my Hogwarts letter, man.
No matter how many times I waited, never got it.
Yeah, still waiting.
We're walking around in the wilderness in England looking for it,
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. We'll of course have you guys back on again in the future. Alyssa, do you want to close this out?
Yes. So we're gonna close this out. If anyone is curious how we feel about season 3 of Rick and Morty, stay for the last 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise, we're gonna end the video game part. This is the 23rd episode of Downtime Podcast, and spoilers.
Yeah, season 3. The ending was really
Okay.
good. That's all I have to say.
So basically, just opinions on the ending and what you thought overall are my basic 2 questions.
I'm mixed. Okay, let's go through and state like our just like summarize how you feel. So I would summarize saying I have mixed feelings about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have mixed feelings too. I think season 2 is still my favorite season, but and I don't know how to feel about the cliffhanger because there's different. I have like 3 ideas in my head.
I am also leaning towards mixed. I'm like an 85 out of 100.
Like I didn't hate it, but yeah.
Yeah. I didn't hate it. There was some really, really good episodes in this one, but there were just some that just didn't fall flat. They just didn't resonate with me as much. And I liked how self-aware the ending was, but I also just I just feel like season 2 was better. Season 1 was also really, really
season 1 too.
much better than this.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to say that I understand kind of because I watched Community, so I understand the writer.
Oh, I love Community.
Yeah, I know. I understand like the writer, and a lot of times he doesn't write things to please people. So I get the direction that he went in. But I think I just like Jerry more than Beth, to be honest. Like there's sometimes it's just nice to know that he's there, as a side character. And
yes.
I don't necessarily mind if the family goes through a divorce. Like that's a choice of the story, and it is fitting. It's just kind of like a realization throughout the season. Like I don't think I'm a big fan of Beth, and not to say that, and I'm not saying that Beth is a bad character because she's not. It's more like if I had to rank all the 5 main characters, Beth would be my least favorite.
On the topic of Jerry, I forget where I read this, but someone mentioned that the best version of Jerry was season 1 Jerry because you know the Cronenberg episode, where like the love potion number 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
So in that world, when the world went to shit, Jerry manned up, took a shotgun, started killing stuff, defending his wife, protecting his family.
Yeah.
And then in this in the beginning of this season, when they go back, they find Jerry, and he's like the leader of his tribe, like leader of his family.
Yes.
And he's like the man Jerry. But Rick and Morty left that world behind. So now they're stuck in a world where Jerry's kind of a loser. So it's like Jerry does have the capacity to be a strong person. It's just that version of him got left behind,
Yes.
and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
That makes a lot of sense after remembering that episode too.
But one thing that really made me have mixed feelings about the season finale was when they all sat at the table and Beth literally says it'll just be like season 1, and I'm like, do I want that? Like, season 1 was good, but like, do I want the story to just be the same thing again?
Yeah. So I actually I agree. I'm not sure. I don't know what direction they're going with that statement. Whether it's kind of like a meta joke where it's like, oh, it seems like it's gonna be like season 1 because presumably,
like they could throw you for a loop,
and they can throw us for a complete loop. And I mean, like, it takes a long time for seasons to come by, so they basically have a year and a half of like thinking. Or if this really was like, it doesn't matter if Beth is a clone or not, they were purposefully trying to reset so that they could just start over. Because I don't want a complete reset, if that makes sense.
I think it's because I feel like people, myself included, just got so into the ending of season 2.
Yes.
Because it represented a huge change in the story, and you're like, oh, like I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
But then season 3 is the complete opposite, where it's like, we're rewinding, we're resetting.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, the family's all back together. There's no more conflicts. There's no more aliens on Earth, or there's no alien problems on Earth and stuff. And it's like, there's
I know.
no change.
Yeah.
So I don't know how interesting that is.
They had like the potential to do an overarching narrative, but then they didn't, and they just went back to like the single episodes that have one containing story.
It's not even just with the family. The parallel is with the president. You know, like,
that is very true.
Rick had this huge fight with the president. So you're like, oh, now the president's gonna hate him, and the president's gonna be this enemy to him. But then at the end of the episode, he's like, hey, it's me, Fisherman Rick. I'm a new Rick. I'm different. We're just gonna start over. And he's like,
you
okay.
have a really good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. And then his relationship with the president, bam, just reset.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like, no difference, no change.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. So it's like, if you really think about it, you kind of get like the deeper nihilistic meaning to it, where it's like, nothing really matters. That's what Rick always says.
It's the way that Dan Harmon thinks too.
Yeah.
So going off of that, what might actually happen too is if you kind of remember from the finale, at that point, Jerry, Morty, and Summer, they were like, oh, it doesn't matter if mom's a clone or not, because we want to keep the family together.
And I mean, there was one episode that showed a really huge change in the world, and that was the Tales from the Citadel, where evil Morty takes over the Citadel as president.
Yeah.
And everyone was so they kind of tricked people, because the description of the season finale was Rick has a showdown with the president. Yeah. And so it like when they had the whole presidential run of evil Morty, everyone was like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight evil Morty. And I'm not saying that that's the show's fault. Like, that's kind of people's fault for just assuming that it would be about evil Morty. But like, I highly doubt they were unaware of that.
Yeah.
Like, I highly doubt that I'm pretty sure they knew people were gonna think that, he's probably referring to the Citadel president, not the president of the U.S.
One thing that I really liked about season 3 is that you saw a big change in Morty's character in general.
Oh, that's true.
And Morty is becoming more like Rick. And to an extent, I think Rick is actually becoming more like Morty. And that's actually like my favorite thing of season 3. Mm-hmm. That like it was very little. Like, obviously there's going to be 9 seasons of this apparently. but I liked how they were adopting each other's traits. They're starting to adopt each other's traits in this season. So it would be really interesting if Morty actually teamed up with evil Morty at some point.
Yeah, just to be clear, are you talking about how, like, Rick is becoming more emotional
Yes.
and attached, and how Morty is becoming more nihilistic.
Exactly.
And he's seeing how some things really don't matter.
Exactly.
And I get what you're saying. Yeah, I do really think that's interesting.
Yeah.
That Szechuan sauce.
You know, McDonald's actually has it, right?
No.
So
Yeah, there's
okay,
a story. There's a story.
Let me tell the story. So 2 days before, or like I guess a week before they released it, they announced that McDonald's is doing a promotion for the Szechuan sauce that was going to be at a certain like select McDonald's stores at 2 p.m. And in San Francisco there was only one store that sold it, and there was the Stonestown one, which is lucky for Jordan and I since we kind of live near Stonestown.
You actually got
And
it?
So Jordan and I decided, okay, on Saturday we're gonna go to the Stonestown McDonald's and we're gonna get the Szechuan sauce. So we left around 2:30. So remember the event starts at 2. We left around 2:30, and we got to McDonald's, and there was not a long line, which was kind of curious to us. And then the first sign we see says, all buttermilk tenders, which is the chicken they're trying to promote that goes with the sauces, is sold out. We're like, okay, we don't care about that. We just want like 20-piece McNuggets, and we don't care. And the second sign says all gifts that had tickets have been redeemed. We don't know what that meant. We're like, all right, okay. So Jordan went to the self checkout. I went to the front checkout. Jordan looked. He didn't find anything. I went to the front and I asked, so all the Szechuan sauce is gone? The guy just nodded. He didn't even say yes. He just nodded yes. I was like, okay. Because he's probably been hearing that like for the past hour or so. So no, we did not get the sauce. We tried to get the sauce. We made a plan to get the sauce, but unfortunately we didn't.
I heard that they only sent like so many packets of the sauce to like different locations. Like apparently some locations only got like 20 packets. And some got maybe like 70, but even then, that's pretty low.
Oh, geez.
So it's But recently, they released a statement saying that they recognized how popular it was and that they're going to bring it back at some point.
Okay, well, in limited quantity or what?
They said their wording was something. They basically said a lot more. They didn't say exactly what. They just said that I'm pretty sure they know how popular it is, especially by now.
Yeah.
Considering
totally.
people all around the country were like going to McDonald's to get this sauce, and they're like, dang, we can make so much bank if we just bring this back, you know, like.
Yeah, because of that show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll bring it back in larger quantity. Like they're gonna make money off of this, so why not, you know?
Yeah, it was kind of cool too. At least I'm trying to find the website, but the website had like art that was based off of like Rick and Morty, but they couldn't say it outright since Rick and Morty is an adult swim show.
Yeah, to be clear, this promotional event promoted a lot of sauces. Like there was a bunch of sauces they had, but obviously the main attraction was the Szechuan sauce. And what I found interesting when I was looking at the artwork, because each sauce had its own artwork, and so like my friends and I were looking at it, and it was like, oh, all the sauces had something to do kind of with their theme.
Yeah.
Like the honey one had a bear, you know, like because bears eat honey. And then the spicy sriracha one had like a dragon or like some kind of fire creature. And then the sweet and sour had like Chinese dragons, I guess. But then the Szechuan sauce has this whole sci-fi theme. And we're like, Szechuan sauce is not normally related to sci-fi, so we're like, we're pretty sure that's the Rick and Morty reference right there. Like they can't say Rick and Morty, and they're not, you know, but like it's pretty obvious, and it has a bunch of weird characters on it. And there's one with a top hat who's yellow, who looks like Mr. Poopy Butthole, and it's just like it's. I'm pretty sure they're going for the Rick and Morty look. Like there's no other reason.
In the group chat, I just sent the picture, at least if you want to take a look at that. It says Szechuan sauce, complex, impulsive, determined, which kind of defines Rick. And then it says whatever it takes in quotes. And then at the bottom it says it says like, sometimes the fans' impulsivity can get them into all sorts of hijinks, but their mad genius is their portal out of trouble. They truly put the I want that Szechuan sauce in buttermilk crispy tenders. So obviously this all alludes to Rick and Morty. Like there's no way.
That's so obvious. Oh.
Like they're not saying it outright, obviously, for family friendly reasons, but it's in the writing.
I just have to clarify one thing. Are Rick and Morty like as in like the TV show and McDonald's actually aligned and
They're not partnered.
They're not partnered.
They're not
Okay,
partnered in
that-
any way.
that was my-
No.
Because McDonald's is a family-friendly restaurant, and Rick and Morty is not a family-friendly show.
Got it.
Because it all started with, Rick or Justin Roiland saying that he wanted it in the show, McDonald's sending him the sauce directly, and he put it on Twitter. And then from there, it went from everyone trying to taste the sauce, and they were like saying, "Hey, McDonald's, you sent it to Justin. Why don't you send it to us?" And that's what sparked it.
Yeah, and again, it's a business thing. They recognize how popular it became because of the show, and they're like, "We can make money off of this." So I guess this was a test. I'm pretty sure this was a test. And then and they decided to throw a couple other things in there to try to promote other stuff. But everyone went there for the Szechuan sauce,
Adding on to that, when we were leaving the McDonald's, I was telling Jordan, like, you know what? Even if we didn't get the sauce, people are still going to come here, and even though they know they're not going to get the sauce, they're still going to come here, and they're going to get their 20-piece McNuggets, they're going to get their McChickens, they're going to get their Big Macs, and they're still going to buy it on this day, even though they know they're not going to get the sauce.
Which we did. We were there.
Yeah, we did.
And I was like, they don't have the Szechuan sauce, but I want McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It made them so much
It's a good business idea, and I was telling Jordan that McDonald's at Stonestown is making a killing because all these people are going there either knowing that they're not going to get it but still wanting McDonald's, or not knowing they're not going to get the sauce but being in line anyways and being at the front counter and being like, well, I guess I'll take some McNuggets because you're there and you smell it and you see it.
Yeah. So, man, McDonald's made bank on Saturday. Like, oh my gosh.
They did. And you know what? Even though we didn't get the sauce, Alyssa, we still got our 20-piece McNuggets each. We sat down in our living room and we put on the first episode of Rick and Morty season 3, and we watched Rick rant about that sauce. So we had some hope in there.
By the way, that was a wonderful rant because aside from the fact it's called Szechuan teriyaki sauce, it was just out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I know, it was so random. Like, that's such an obscure thing to think of.
I love it that in the very end of that episode too, when he's like ranting to Morty, Morty's like, "What are you talking about?"
It's so random.
So good. I want the sauce, Morty. I want the sauce right now. Give me this teriyaki.
Like, that's my series arc.
Yeah, that's my series arc, Morty. And Morty's like, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
9 more seasons.
Like, laughing so hard. Yeah, even if it takes 9 more seasons, Morty, 97 years. I was like, oh my god.
We'll see, because Community was like 6 seasons in a movie, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, I think it was you, at least, who told me that like Dan Harmon's known for just making like short things and then just ending it right after.
Because I'm afraid, this is one of my fears with Rick and Morty, that it'll go the way of many shows where the writing eventually changes and suddenly it becomes crap,
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I'm really afraid of that.
This is the thing with Community, though. They actually fired Dan Harmon halfway through, so that's actually why the writing style changed.
Yeah, but like any show that goes on for a really long time, the writing will change. Like my one of my teachers in high school, he was really into The Simpsons, but he always points out the golden years of The Simpsons and where the writing changed. And he talks about how Simpsons is okay now, but it's not great. And it's like, he's like, yeah, like after this point, this is when you can definitely tell that the writing changed. And like people make that argument about a lot of shows that are continually going on where it's like, something changed there and it's not as good anymore. And I'm afraid of that happening to Rick and Morty. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, well, Adventure Time is ending after its 9th season, and in season 5 and season 6 they had like 46 and 52 episodes that season.
Jesus,
so
really?
yeah, if you look on Wikipedia, it'll say like 13, 10, 10, 46, 52, and then it'll go back to like 10 or 12.
Have you seen any of the recent Adventure Time?
I haven't seen.
No.
So okay. Like they started doing this like mini series thing where it's like there's a main story arc, but only like 3 to 5 episodes focus on it. So they did one, and honestly, they're really good.
Okay.
There's one about Marceline's past, and you find out why she's a vampire because her dad's like this like supernatural being, but she wasn't originally a vampire.
Yeah.
But you find out how she became a vampire and why she continues to remain a vampire. And it's badass. Like, she has to go around and hunt down these vampires. And at the end of each episode, it shows you the list. and then it goes bam, and then this big red X goes over the vampire she just killed, and she goes around hunting each of the vampires.
Yeah.
And it's so good. And then there's another miniseries one after that, like Islands of the Lost or something about islands. And basically, you find out where Finn came from. Like you meet his dad like a couple seasons ago or whatever, and his dad's a douche.
Oh.
But you find out where all the humans came from in this post-apocalyptic world, and where Finn came from, and it is super heart-wrenching. Like it gets really deep, and they touch on some philosophical things. They touch on some like deep like family related things, like dealing with abandonment and things like that. And it's just I highly recommend it. It gets really interesting.
Okay.
At least those two. There's another third miniseries which is about like elementals. That one's okay, but like the vampire one and the one about the islands where Finn finds out where his origin. Those two are really good.
Okay. So here's what I'm hoping too is that to build off of that, like I think I might watch Adventure Time soon. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm hoping that the writers of Adventure Time, whenever that series ends, and like next year or in 2019, I don't remember when exactly. I hope some of the writers come on to Rick and Morty and help that show out because I think they would really have something to work with there.
Yeah. There's another cartoon that I heard of. You ever heard of Gravity Falls?
Yeah, the Disney one,
like,
right?
Yeah, like apparently it's really good. So I watched the first episode and it's kind of interesting. And it's basically about like paranormal activity at this town called Gravity Falls, but it's about these two kids. And I don't know, I find it really, it's kind of got me hooked. But like the creator of Gravity Falls is friends with the creator Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty.
Okay.
So
damn.
like you can tell that they have like it's obviously not it's Disney, so it's not raunchy or
They share ideas
absurd or anything like
kind
that.
of.
But they have clever concepts.
Okay.
They do twists on like what you expect and things like that. So I definitely recommend checking that out too. And it has an ending. It has a definitive ending. So it's not like one of those shows that drags on forever and becomes crap. But like apparently has a definitive ending and it's an ambiguous ending, but it doesn't seem like they're gonna try to force a sequel out of it. So I don't know.
So the show's already over?
The show's over.
Oh,
there's a main
wow.
antagonist, and there's a resolution at the end, but it's ambiguous apparently.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
but it sounds really like I already know a little bit about it without having watched too many episodes. But like it already sounds really interesting. It goes into like paranormal stuff and how like all the things you thought you knew about paranormal stuff is not true. But there's like some other dark secrets. I don't know. Definitely check it out.
Okay. Sure. Will do.
I am actually reading this theory on Reddit, the C137 Reddit, and so if you believe that it's more theories to the Beth ending, and I just want to close it with that because it's actually something I haven't thought of yet that I'm like, that's actually like a really good point, and it makes me, if it is correct, it makes me like the finale a lot more. So there's two theories that are being proposed here in terms of the Beth theory. The first one being that it's going down this route where the first half of season 3, Rick wanted control of the family, and whether Beth is a clone or not, what matters is that Rick no longer had control of the family.
Oh, that's true. Because she chose Jerry.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. In the very first episode, Jerry was like, "It's me or him," and she chose Rick.
Exactly, and Rick.
But in
knew.
the last episode, she tells Rick, "I choose Jerry." So that is interesting.
That's one theory. Whether or not she was a clone or not, it's the fact that Rick couldn't do anything about it anymore. The final theory, whether or not Beth is a clone, what matters is that Rick is starting to get more emotional, that he couldn't even kill a clone.
Oh,
because he's so attached to his daughter.
Yeah, so he couldn't even he couldn't even kill the clone if it was a clone.
Because he even says in that episode, he says something like, "Oh, because you matter so little that I like you, or maybe I love you." Or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot the exact line, but he said that.
Yeah, so it is kind of showing some character development. And I also think the whole part with the president kind of said something too, where it's like, Rick always gets what he wants.
Yes.
And he wanted to give Morty a selfie with the president. But then Morty was like, I don't want it anymore. But Rick's like, no, I'm going to get it. I'm going to give you it. And he went through this whole insane fight scene with the president. And in the end, maybe he could have gotten that selfie if he kept going at it. But Morty didn't want it anymore.
Wow.
And Morty just
I
left.
didn't think about that either.
Yeah, me neither.
And he was just not in control anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just like, because in the first, and again, it's counter to the first episode where Rick was completely in control. It seemed like he wasn't, like, oh, he was stuck in prison, but no, he knew exactly what he was doing, the entire situation. Morty shoots him, but oh, look, it turns out it was a fake gun. It was all part of the plan because Rick is always in control.
Yeah.
And now he's not. Oh, that is an interesting parallel, or interesting point, yeah.
Well,
I really hope they explore that in the next season.
Oh, I feel like they can't not do it. The only issue is that next season's literally going to be in like fucking 2020 at this rate.
No.
It's coming out in 2049.
Oh, jeez, no.
It's
not that
exactly
far.
like Kingdom Hearts, guys.
Please, no, please. Season 3 took so long to come out after the second season. We'll see. Yeah, okay, we'll see.
All right, now I'm done.
Jordan,
Yeah,
anything
I'm
else?
done. I gotta go to bed.
Damn.
Yeah,
we got-
same.
yeah.
All right, everyone. Yeah, it was fun talking to you guys about Rick and Morty season 3. I hope some of our listeners actually find this interesting, and I hope you guys out there who are listening also watch Rick and Morty, and maybe you can send us a question like, what's their favorite episode, something like that, you know. Anyways, thank you for listening to the extended part of the 23rd Downtime Podcast. Good night.
Good
See you next time.
night.
All right. Good night.